Nelnet is just cool, to make it in a word, but we are a diversified organization. We're an idea incubator. We're a technology company, and we're really, really great when it comes to the education space. But the thing that's the most important about Nelnet are our core values. If you really want to understand Nelnet, digging into that and knowing where we're coming from is so important. At Nelnet, I am the luckiest person in the world. I get to be the Workday program manager. What I do as a program manager is I am the person that backs up our financials team. I back up our HCM team. I make sure they have the resources that they need, but also making sure that our Workday ecosystem is scalable and it's flexible enough for us to be able to grow the business. Nelnet has grown tremendously over the course of the last several years. And of course, the economy has presented us with interesting challenges as we go through that. The manual processes that Nelnet had in place, along with the many systems that we had in place, simply did not provide us with the opportunity to grow in the way or at the pace that we needed the business to grow. Additionally, the complexity of the Nelnet ecosystem or our environment made it very complicated for us to continue to grow the business. I think like many other customers, really trying to get rid of those manual processes was so important to us. We were growing, we were hiring thousands of people, even during our deployment. So making sure that we could take all of those legacy systems and bring them into one and create that source of truth for both our people data and our financial data, it was a scary endeavor. Our deployment partner selection process was, in one word, intense. Not only did we have the systems perspective of what we needed to achieve and the data elements that we needed to convert and combine into Workday, but we needed a partner that matched our values. If we couldn't work with a partner that had the same values as Nelnet, we knew long-term the partnership was not going to be successful. So over the course of about 18 months, we did end up making that decision with Invisors. The people were awesome. They really listened to what our business partners had to say, what it was that they needed. The other thing that was so important as a part of that selection process was knowing how Invisors intended to take Nelnet through that deployment process. With so many payroll companies, with so many non-consolidated companies, being able to meet the need of each one of our business segments in one system was a challenge bigger than I think any of us really expected going into the project. Invisors really had to stay buckled down. They had to stay connected to the pulse of the people doing the deployment, but also making sure that we hit that timeline. So the complexity of everything that we did was a daily challenge, and happy to say we did go live on time successfully, but it was because of Invisors keeping us to task and keeping us on project that really helped us do that. Many times you'll hear a deployment partner or even Workday say that it can take 3 to 5 years to realize the value of your Workday investment. I think we've been very fortunate at Nelnet because we've already begun to realize the value of our entire ecosystem in just a very short period of time. Some of the examples of things that have gotten better for us, we can process payroll in a matter of hours versus over the course of an entire week. Another great example of something that has improved is when a start date changes. We can go in, we can update that new start date, and it literally flows, not only through Workday, but into our other systems. The most important thing that you can do for success is to prepare your teams. Do not sugarcoat the amount of work that's going to go into it. If you have a day job, find someone else to do that day job because you truly need to dedicate the resources that are needed in order to make the project successful. Invisors was flexible. And for that was probably one of the most important reasons why we were happy with our deployment is we needed that flexibility because our business literally was changing as we went through that deployment. Continuing our relationship with the Invisor support practice post go live was absolutely critical for us to continue the momentum of what we were hoping to accomplish in our Workday ecosystem. Invisors is family. I continued to work with my managing partner and my customer success manager, but having that relationship with them and having that phone a friend if something comes up or if we need something urgently has truly been a blessing. There were so many things about our deployment that left question in some of our minds as to whether or not we'd be able to go live. Invisors was that human element. Being a boutique firm, they brought something special to our deployment. Would I recommend Invisors as an implementation partner? Absolutely.